We have to talk about beers, Raceday Beers. All right. Welcome, everybody, back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host, Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from the Snake Pit here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, joined by my co-host once again, Dakota. What up, Dakota?
Oh, what up, dude? I'm back on the road. It's just like fucking silent treatment. It's bullshit. But dude, back in the hotel, at least we got service. But we got our boy, Agent Orange, aka Nathan Grant, and the number one Truex fan probably that I know of. I mean, all these other kids like to act like they like Truex, but they couldn't even tell you what rookie year he was. But Nathan's here, dude. We're here to break down the playoffs. We're here to break down everything Daytona, the madness it was. Oh my God. Let's get this started.
Let's do it.
What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in.
Rock flag and eagle.
Yo.
The intro never gets old.
Hello.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah, brother.
All right. Here we are. We are back. Yep. Comments already rolling in. Let's go. Yeah, we had to have Nathan on, obviously, because he is our resident Martin Truex Jr. fan. Like Dakota said in the intro, he is a real fan, an OG fan. And it's just too perfect to have him on for this episode after this race. So,
yeah, it was a dead giveaway.
Welcome, Nathan.
We need the world's smallest violin for this.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then I'm just over here dancing.
But dude, yeah. Hey, Rattlesnake, let's not put this aside. We've been waiting for this.
We've been waiting
for a long time.
Ever since you've joined the podcast, actually, I've been waiting.
Oh.
I do just want to mention that. I was thinking about that, and I was like, when's the last time Austin won? Oh, yeah, it was before Dakota was on my podcast.
Damn. Yeah, I've never got to go through this with you. This is wild. Yeah. And you got experience with me the last couple weeks.
It's true, yeah. Same thing when you joined. Same thing with Harvick. So I guess we're just bad luck for each other, but maybe it's finally...
We're turning the tides here, dude. How's it feel?
I mean, it feels pretty incredible.
Oh,
Four-time Cup Series winner. I mean, come on. We're pretty much Hall of Famers already. Austin Dillon, baby.
I mean, did you see Pete Paul and them shoes he had on? All the
you know what? I think Nick's got a point. The new babies are bringing the good luck.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I had a baby this year.
Hold on.
Because my underdog is going to be Eric Jones.
I'm not going to pick Austin Dillon.
No.
Really?
I had to.
Well, I fucking won money, so I picked him for something.
Hey, at least off the record, you did pick him.
Yeah, exactly. Not on the show.
Let all these people know the Discord is not free, my dude.
Yeah, I'm not giving you my fucking picks.
Oh, dude. But okay. Fucking 83, the 3-car back in victory lane at Daytona. I mean, we got to break this race down. Per the unfortunate sacrifice of MTJ in the 19 car, dude, it's such a weird race. But man, I literally was nervous when this race got rain delayed from Saturday to Sunday. I was like, we had everybody over. We were gonna watch the race, and it's just like, bummer, man. Like, we're still gonna see a race hopefully tomorrow, but like, it always takes the wind out of your sails. And they get it going. 13. Yeah,
did you see wild.
That? Yeah,
that bet crazy, on what was that, FanDuels or whatever? And then the other dude that bet like $10 and won 70,000.
Yeah,
it's a guy bet 31 cents and won like 60 grand.
I saw that one too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Daytona just broke like Las Vegas. They're just
I'm
like,
sure people are gonna be like, whoa. Dude, this race was crazy, but at least I'm super stoked NASCAR got this whole thing in. And we ended up seeing a fucking banger of a Daytona race. Like, out of the super speedway races we've seen, I think this next gen package right here put on the best one we've seen all year.
It was an amazing race.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the electricity, the intenseness, like everything's on the line here, but dude, everybody was fucking laying it out there.
Yeah, I hate how overshadowed this race is going to be. One, because of who won, and two, because of the whole rain in turn one thing that I'm sure we'll cover at some point.
Yes,
yeah, big time. And it's not just about who won. I mean, yeah, you're right. Like, and you could have meant it either way, but people just don't like Austin Dillon, which, whatever. But also, yeah, because now Martin Truex Jr. isn't in. So it's kind of a combination of like the two things.
Yeah, there's a lot to dissect here. And we saw crazy racing from the jump, dude. Yeah, exactly. The whole race was like go, 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 go. And dudes were making crazy moves the whole time. I mean, before the end of the first stage, Denny gets Eric Jones loose in the lead coming out of 2. Ryan Blaney, Kevin Harvick in the wall, Christopher Bell's in it, a mini big one. Right here, like we called it last week on the show, is like Blaney's not locked in. Anything can happen.
Yeah, you specifically mentioned that.
Yeah, I was texting y'all and I was like, dude, Blaney's done. This is over. I cannot believe they kept going.
Well, you mentioned that like a week ago, and I was like, I don't know. He's pretty far ahead. And you were like, dude, he might not, there's a chance he doesn't make it. And towards the end of the race, I'm like, holy shit.
We're texting back and forth, and I was like, this ain't over. Like, Truex, I was like, Truex swept stages at the 500. Like, he can get it done. He clearly, like, just how he did it, he got 15 stage points. Then even if Blaney hadn't gotten that first wreck, 15 stage points, and then Blaney wrecks later in the day, he loses 10 spots, Truex is in.
Yeah.
That's very viable.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It was like for half the race, it was like, dude, Truex just needs to keep it cool, lay in the weeds, get this done.
I mean, he definitely was about to be in. If Austin didn't get around Cindric, Truex was in.
Yeah.
True. I mean, Austin was literally, I'm pretty sure he was the only guy in the top 10 who could have ruined Truex's chances.
At the end of the race?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah,
because Noah didn't count. Yeah.
Like,
Reddick
racing at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, I mean, when Blaney got in that wreck, I was like, oh shit, like here we go. This just unraveled. Like, holy crap. And I mean, I literally was like, Blaney's out, they're done. But those dudes slapped the wheel together, bear bonded that motherfucker up, and he kept making laps.
2001. Good guess though.
Boy. And I mean, and Truex was up there swinging for stage points. Like Truex was up there, I like going after it, and I was like, this is good. This is what this race is supposed to be for the cutoff. Making the playoffs is on the line. Like it was spicing up for like a perfect book. And all of a sudden, hey, rain's on the way. We may just be going to halfway. We don't know when this thing's gonna end. And it was like he fucking lit a M80 and threw it in the pack, dude.
Yeah,
it was like holy shit. Michael McDowell's up there doing for the lead. We had Corey LaJoie up there kicking ass like the whole race pretty much until they got into another wreck. This is where, and then that was another thing. Michael McDowell gets dumped for the lead, takes out like Corey LaJoie, the 24, the 19, and I think the 1. And right there it was like, oh, fuck, Truex is in a wreck. I was like, what's going to happen now? Holy shit. Then we have another big one. We just keep stacking up these wrecks. Chase Briscoe almost goes upside down. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah,
glad to see the car stay down. And it was like Austin Dillon goes spinning backwards down pit road.
This was when I texted Dakota and I was like, this isn't good for Truex. And he's kind of like, yeah, no, it's cool. And I'm like, no, the more cars that get totaled, Blaney's still running. The more cars that total out, he gets to pass them. So he's just gaining spots back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Nathan was like, no, all these people are going to DNF and Blaney's going to get position. And I was like, what? One Ross for spinning tricks. Yeah, I mean,
there was nothing Ross could really do right there.
And they blame Ross for anything now. So
Ross hits the wall and they're like, oh God, dirty dog. Dude, it definitely spiced up. And then we get the calamity. Hey, we all see the rain coming out of turn 1 like it's fucking coming.
Yeah.
They're yelling on the spot. The spotters are yelling, rain's coming, go like hell. Like they don't stop. They drop an F-bomb on damn NBC. Like, hey, rain is coming. Keep going. And they got lit. There's just a huge controversy right now. All over Twitter, everybody's bitching and pissed. Hey, choose your sides here. Either you're pissed that NASCAR did not throw the yellow, or you're pissed that, well, and also I guess let them keep going, or you're totally like, hey, this was viable. Like, what were they going to do? They go through 1 and 2, la-di-da, everything's fine. The race for the lead, no rain's coming. They literally come out of 4. The bottom lets out of it in turn 1, and it's all like within 30 seconds of like, oh shit, they're going into 1 and it's raining. Like, yeah, kind of. It's like, what were they supposed to do here? And another thing is, if say two laps before, everybody was saying throw the yellow when rain's near the track. It's like, okay, your season-ending race, deciding everything that goes on with the playoffs here. Let's just call it 2 laps earlier before to save everybody's cars. And the rain's almost here, so we're just gonna call the race and fucking the 34 one. Yeah, we'll just give it to him.
Here's one. Y'all remember Fall Talladega last year? They threw it so Bubba could win. That's the only reason Bubba can win.
Yeah. So you're gonna have all
I remember that. Oh,
imagine whoever's in the lead there. You know, the 31 car, the fucking 23, the 34. It's like, no matter what happens there, NASCAR's damned if they do, damned if they don't.
There's no right answer for NASCAR in that situation.
Yeah, they're fucked either way. I don't think they did anything wrong. Like, they were trying to let the racers decide the outcome on the track. They knew the rain was close, but it was just a series of unfortunate circumstances.
Here's the deal. Like,
caution for potential rain, you're throwing ghost debris cautions again.
And NASCAR fans would have been livid if they threw the caution, because there was almost rain.
Yeah.
And anybody that hasn't been to a super speedway, it can be raining on a whole another side of the track and dry where you are. So for tracks that big, it really does take some time to like figure it out. And it's just crazy hearing some of these drivers that I understand they're like understandably pissed. But like Daniel Suarez, I saw his comment, and Denny Hamlin, he's obviously been talking a lot about it. And all their stuff is pretty much just like, well, I mean, there's probably technology that can tell us these things. And I'm like, what are we even talking about here? Like, you're just angry and you're pretending that there's like some technology that they have that'll automatically throw the caution. This is nothing new. And NASCAR fans would have been pissed one way or the other.
Yeah.
Imagine if Austin Dillon
was pre-thrown the caution.
What?
Do what?
I think Dakota's lagging a little bit.
No, I'm not. Imagine if Austin Dillon was leading here and they just threw the caution like a lap earlier and it rained the rest of the day and they called it. And like Austin Dillon was just leading and they were like, Austin Dillon won. Ryan Blaney's out. Because at that time he was. And they were like, well, that's it, guys. Sorry. And you know how mad everybody would have been?
I mean, that was about what we had. Yeah. We were really close to that being the outcome, which, by the way...
I'm just saying, like, pre-reg. Like, imagine they just called it on their own discretion.
Yeah.
That people would be livid. It's rigged, blah, blah, blah. Right. They didn't want Blaney in and all that crap. It's like, no, dude. Like, it sucks. Everybody, it was a fucking wild wreck, to be honest. But then Austin Dillon gets scathed through. It was like destiny, dude. Because, like, he could have very easily been in that wreck.
Or the talking point of like NASCAR should write a check for the wrecked cars and stuff. It's like, okay, just so everyone's aware, this is Daytona. Like, if you don't want to see wrecks and like, I mean, just don't watch Daytona because this is Daytona, which, by the way, is a whole nother thing that I definitely want to talk about after we wrap up recapping the race. Is this the whole talking point of people saying, Daytona's over. We hate Daytona racing. It shouldn't be the last race of the year. We're going to get to that stuff too, but I definitely want to discuss that when we're done recapping this race. Have you seen these takes? Like, I'm not crazy, right?
Yeah, no, I saw someone say NASCAR should write all these teams a check. It's like, well, imagine Suarez literally just got loose and then just swiped up into the wall naturally and took out all the same cars. Is NASCAR supposed to still write these people a check?
Exactly.
I mean,
you go into these races knowing
exactly
you have a better chance of wrecking than you do finishing.
Yeah, specifically Daytona, and everybody knows it. Like, I don't know why we're pretending like this is the first time that's happened.
Yeah. It's a horrible take.
I'm just happy, even though Kyle Busch was in the wreck, he finished 10th. Yeah, because Kyle Busch is smoking something, man. That guy's way too happy lately.
Dude, it's like weird because he's like, "Hey guys,"
it's getting the point that it's all like,
who the fuck is that?
I liked him not being like a crybaby anymore, but now it's almost creeping me out. He's too nice. Like, we need some balance here.
He finally got laid.
Oh wow. Cold-blooded. Yeah, dude, something's going on, and I don't know if it's like I finally landed my ride, I'm happy, or if it's like hey, I probably shouldn't be a stooge if I want to like go somewhere.
Yeah, it's one of those two things for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely weird and like not him.
Right.
Blink twice if you're you need help.
Yeah, he has a gun to your head. So anyway, yeah, we obviously we get the big wreck due to rain. And Austin Dillon sneaks through. He does what he does best and sneaks through a big pileup on a super speedway. That's what he does. When I watch Austin Dillon, especially if we're at Daytona or Talladega, I'm watching him knowing he's going to be around 10th to 12th, knowing he's going to sneak through a big wreck. That's just what he does.
I saw a crazy take. I saw someone say that he has gotten lucky in all of his wins. No, I don't think he's got looking on any of them. Let's see. He clearly had to outmaneuver Austin Cindric for this win.
I was gonna say this one you can't like. I get. Oh, he got lucky, but I mean he did. He drove through the wreck. You know, he made it through.
He could have easily been in it. Anyone else could have been
exactly. So I guess I could understand somebody being like, well, that's luck. I don't think that's luck at all, but I guess I see where they're coming from there. It's like right place, right time. But I mean, he drove the shit out of his car getting past Cindric.
Well, I was going to say where luck goes out the door is they raced another 17 laps. After
exactly. So that was going to be my point. It's like, I think that's probably what they're talking about. But I mean, I watched the rest of the race. I don't know if y'all did.
They were saying all his wins.
So, I mean, I've heard these types of takes and they have arguments for each one because each one of his wins, like things do happen.
So he takes less tires at Texas and holds off the entire pack.
Yeah. Exactly. And so I'm like, that was a strategy. That's not luck.
Yeah. Getting a huge
he
run
saves
on
more gas than anyone else in the 100.
Right. Yeah. So he's had strategy wins.
Yeah.
And then I guess like turning Almirola for Daytona also.
That's racing for the win, dude. That's
exactly. Exactly. Mickey Dillon.
Wow, dude. That's fucked up, dude.
You know what? Start calling him that. At least like people will actually start paying attention.
Please, he's over here.
Yeah, exactly. All 4 wins for Austin were earned. Thank you. I agree. I do agree. There were things in each race that happened for him to win, but it wasn't
still
luck.
in position to take
exactly. It was things where he put himself in that position to win those races. Yeah. That would be my argument.
Yeah. So like we were saying, this crazy wreck happens. Austin gets the lead. There's a 3.5 hour rain delay.
Man.
I was like, this is over. They're fucking done. Like, and I was like, man, wow, Austin Dillon's gonna win this race. And I was like, no one likes a rain short race. Right. It's a bummer. But it's like, I mean, what else are they supposed to do? It's fucking pouring down rain. I thought it was over. Kudos to NASCAR.
Like, I don't know, man. They got like 60 jet dryers out on that thing.
Yeah. Kudos to that. Well, the weather was like it flipped a switch. Sun came out. It was fucking gorgeous.
NASCAR was not playing around. They really wanted to finish.
Like if this was any ordinary race, they call this thing. They're not like they would have said fuck it.
Right.
But like kudos to NASCAR sticking it out and letting the regular season finish all the laps and finish naturally. And that was the thing. You Rattlesnake were down like, dude, there's no way he's gonna fucking win this thing.
Well, yeah. So I mean, me and you were texting, and I was very public about this. I don't give a shit. I was like praying for more rain. I don't care. I'm an Austin Dillon fan, and I was like, is this what it takes for him to get the win and get into the playoffs? I'll fucking take it.
I was dancing with you, brother.
You what?
I was dancing with you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
The red flag Truex was out.
Yeah, Blaney automatically was passing 10, 11 cars right there.
Yep. Yeah. So if we
And
got that rating, you're right. You would have.
Truex was sitting like P6, and he did not have the car to keep up.
Right. It was very obvious. But yeah, I was very public about it. I don't care. Obviously, in hindsight, I'm super fucking happy with the outcome. Like, I'm so happy. But I was texting Dakota, and I was just like, man, I've been an Austin Dillon fan for too long to have faith in what's about to happen. Just because it just never seems to work in our favor when things get this close. So, I was very nervous, and I was texting Dakota the whole time. The second he got past in the restart, I think it was Truex pushing Cindric.
Yeah.
Actually, right? Yeah. Truex pushes Cindric, gets in front of Austin, and I immediately text Dakota, fuck, it's over. I was just like
James Small was on the radio. He was like, the number 2 is your best friend right here. He needs to win. So
yeah, to prevent Austin from getting the win. Yeah, it makes perfect sense for Truex. Like, that was the smart move.
He said verbatim, the 3 winning is worst case scenario. You need to push the 2.
Yeah, because his car just wasn't good enough to last. And obviously, we watched it happen.
Yeah. Well, and it was kind of like a little old school race there. You only had like 7 legitimate, not scratched cars like duking out. And this race gave us a crazy top 10 finish, dude. Like, freaking BJ McLeod, best finish. Cody Ware up there.
Noah.
Castle. Noah gets his fucking first top 5 in the Cup Series. Like,
wasn't he P3?
4 or 5, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I had it right here.
I haven't even gone back to look, honestly. I just remembered it was like Austin 1 and
Cody Ware P6.
Oh, yeah. It was Tyler Reddick got the P2, RCR 1-2.
Yep.
Austin Cindric got 3rd. Landon Castle 4th. Noah got 5th. Cody Ware 6th. BJ McLeod 7th. Martin finished 8th. David Reagan 9th. Kyle Busch 10th.
God, what a wild top 10.
That's what got these crazy bets, man. It's like, who would have thunk it?
That's Daytona for you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a perfect top 10 for Daytona to wrap up the season. And
I just know, dude, like the date, like I'm still bummed that it's not 4th of July personally. However, the season finale at Daytona, start the season here, in the season, regular season here is like fucking genius. It's great. It's iconic. Like, hey, look, and this season especially, this season especially is we had 2 spots left. I mean, and this is all because Kurt pulled his slip. We need to bring this up. If Kurt's here, fucking both of them miss it.
Yep, Blaney's gone too.
Unfortunate circumstances for Kurt. Kurt pulls his, he voids out. So we have 2 spots available. So somebody's going fucking home if somebody wins. There was legitimately like 12 dudes that could have made it in, and they all were leading at some point. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I know, because I bet on like every single one of those guys, and each one when they were getting taken out, I was like, fuck. Like Eric Jones was leading. I was like, come on, baby. Michael McDowell, Bubba. Well, he didn't really, but
yeah, a lot of guys looked really good, dude, that were up there leading and was just like, dude, I don't know who's going to win this race.
Yeah, it was absolutely insane. Nathan, I wanted to ask you, going into the race, how are you feeling as a Truex fan? Going into it, before the race even started, we're coming into it.
I kind of already like accepted the fact that there's a strong possibility it might not happen.
Yeah. Okay, if you were a betting man, would you have put money on Truex making it to the playoffs going into that race?
No.
Okay.
So
you were pretty somber going into this thing.
Yeah, because I mean, Dakota and I have talked about it a bunch of times. Is like everyone thinks Truex is such a bad speedway racer. He's really not. He just has some of the worst luck on a speedway, super speedway.
Well, and I think it's just
the whole race.
Yeah,
until he got red.
I think he's just dominated at so many other different types of tracks also. So like he's more remembered for other types.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of like no one remembers how you race during the race. It's what's on that stat sheet. So
where you finished.
It's still a big goose egg, No one remembers I guess the iconic Denny Hamlin Truex coming to the line at Daytona 500, but like Truex was leading on the last lap in the 2018 Coke 400 when Eric Jones won.
Yeah.
Like he's good at these. He finished 5th at Talladega this year.
Yeah.
Like he's solid, but it seems like no matter
he won both stages in the 500.
Yeah, it just seems like no matter where they try and run, it's just terrible luck. I mean, the 500 this year wins both stages. Looks like one of the fastest cars gets taken out by Jacques Villeneuve in the 27 car running 3 laps down.
Yeah.
Right. It's just shit luck for the 19 car at Speedway races.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I was trying to call it from halfway. I was like, this is a Denny Hamlin race. Like, Denny Hamlin's going to win this motherfucker. And before it started raining, the motherfucker was going for the lead.
Yeah.
It's 25 to go, and Denny Hamlin's leading this thing.
That's why I was like, Denny's going to win this fucking race
Yeah.
just because of everything that was going on and all the drama and winning you're in. And it was like, dude, like, Denny's going to win this thing. Watch.
Yeah, just to burst all the excitement from all that. But yeah, obviously to wrap up the race, Austin Dillon, passes Cindric. I mean, we probably should discuss.
Nathan? How do you feel about Austin Cindric getting passed by the 3?
It's for a playoff spot. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, I loved Austin Cindric.
Put him in the wall and total his car.
Yeah, I loved Austin Cindric. Was like, dude, yeah, he was going for it. I totally was kind of expecting that.
Yeah, which is the best. And obviously Twitter, just was not having it.
It all depends on who it is, dude. If Chase Elliott does that to make it the playoffs, they're like, genius, the bump and run. But because it's Austin Dillon, they're like, oh, so dirty.
Oh, he can only put guys in walls to win.
I'm seeing a pattern.
Yeah. No, I think Austin Cindric was a sitting duck no matter what. He had 3 Chevys behind him,
exactly.
2 of them being teammates. He was going to get passed.
Well, and the 62 is like RCR affiliate motor program.
Yeah, and we heard on the radio Tyler Reddick said, "I'm not going to pass the 3."
Right, yeah. and so he knew Reddick was coming up and was going to be pushing Austin. Like, there was a freight train running right behind him. I'm so glad
Austin nutted up and made a move because I seriously thought he was going to wait to the white flag and miss it. Like, I was like, dude, he's going to wait.
Well, and that's what Richard Childress said on the radio, and I was so confused. I don't know if maybe they were just trying to, like, throw somebody off. It was weird because, even, like, Junior in the booth was like, well, that doesn't make sense.
No, I was like, pass him now.
Yeah. You have the momentum. Yeah. Once his teammate got up to him, too, but it was like, dude, what are we waiting on?
Yeah. Dude, I
thought he had a funny, like, hypothetical on the teardown. God dang it. He was like, I wanted Tyler Reddick to just go ahead and pass Austin Dillon and then show up in victory lane and just rip off his shirt, and he's got a Toyota shirt on. He's like, I'm going to do the 45 next week.
Yeah. I did like Jordan Bianchi's he was talking about, like, Tyler Reddick just flips the script and passes Austin Dillon.
Yeah, I would have burned every piece of Reddick 8 merch I have, which is like 2 things, but I would have burned both of them.
Dude, it was a crazy race, man. And like this is the 3rd year of the cutoff race, I think, and each year is delivered. It's been awesome. It's been nuts. I don't know what people don't get about that it rains in Florida all year, every day
near the beach. Like,
so,
it's very common.
People be like, wow, we left July for this. It's like, dude, it rained in July too, man.
Right.
So many July races that got delayed. I don't know.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. You got to just kind of
Daytona Beach. It rains.
Yeah.
Cross your fingers and hope you get the race hit.
Yeah.
They mentioned on the teardown, this is only since it's been moved, this is only the first one to be delayed today.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It is what it is.
Delays, but no day delays.
Right. That's impressive. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah. It was a good race, man. I'm so stoked. Like, I'm bummed for Nathan and bummed for Truex, but it's like, hey, we all knew what was going on here. Like, Blaney got in by a hair. That's the way I see it.
3 points.
Yeah, 3 points. And
forget the points. He got in because Kurt decided not to take the spot.
Yeah, true.
I mean, literally, he's only there because a driver said you can have my spot.
Yeah. Well, that and the way it shakes out with the 3 points, I mean, throughout the year, Truex has had a dominant car in probably 4, 5, 6 races and gave up wins, gave up opportunities. They made bad pit calls. They made mistakes or got wrecked. And that I mean, just one of those races is more than 3 points.
In Nashville, he was told to stay out while he was in the top 5 and finished 22nd or something like that.
Yeah, remember, like Toyota, like Gibbs had that race locked up.
Yeah.
Gibbs' car was winning, and they all pit from the top 5 and like gave it to fucking Chase Elliott.
At Sonoma, I don't know if y'all even noticed, all the Toyotas are doing so terrible. They all pit with like 5 to go in the whole race because they're like, we'll just go ahead and pit. And then when the caution comes out within 5 to go, we'll get to stay out. And that was when Kyle, Denny, and Truex all finished like 26th, 27th.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they're smoking over there. But
that made no sense at all to me.
It's just weird because you think of Truex being a dominator, leader. How many times has the 19 car been in the Final Four, you know? And it's almost there's a big player off the board already going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, he's not the only one.
Speaking of that, if Truex had made it in Rattlesnake, he would have been second in points, got 10 playoff points, and he has the most stage wins this year. He would have lined up P3 in the playoff standings.
Yeah, that's a big domino already off the board, dude. Hey, shout out Turnpike. Is like, dude, that's what I'm saying. Is like Truex missing. That's a big missile gone. Like that's a breath of fresh air for a lot of guys.
Yeah.
But dude, I mean, we can jump in some good, bad, and ugly real quick. Just Daytona season finale. This was awesome. My good was that NASCAR got the whole race in. I loved seeing this thing go start to finish. Them waiting. I thought they were going to call it, but they got it in all the laps, and that was good.
Nathan, I mean, we all know what mine's going to be, so why don't you go ahead?
I'm going to say we got 16 regular season winners.
Let's go. We finally did it.
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
And I think this is like this.
We got
16. I don't think we see this again, if not for a long time. Like, I think this was an anomaly season in a good way. It's like, we're not like, it's just wild. This is going to happen. Oh my God.
I love Turnpike, man. God, I love Turnpike. Yeah, 16 winners. I mean, we did say at the beginning of the season, this is probably the best chance we were going to ever have to see it with the new cars.
But did we think we were really going to, it was going to happen?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was a long shot the whole time. It's just, it kind of sucks that it's not 16 race winners in the playoffs. That would have been even crazier. But we did get 16 new winners, before the playoffs. So that's something.
Yeah.
Obviously my good is my boy Austin Dillon, 83 PIMP, getting it fucking done, getting the dub back in victory lane. It's been a minute, but stayed loyal, reluctantly sometimes, but stay loyal, and I'm enjoying it now. I mean, did you see the video I posted? Like me screaming and then my baby started crying.
Yeah, scared the shit out of Sophia.
Yeah, and then my dogs ran away, and I was like, oh, whoops.
Roid rage.
It's just pure natural instinct, and now I got a baby, so it doesn't work as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good point. I actually didn't mind the 10 a.m. start time.
Dude, well, that was the thing, too, was the rain delay, 3-hour rain delay, and we still got this race done by 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did not mind that 10 a.m. start. That was kind of nice.
Yeah.
I personally, I know y'all don't care at all about F1. I would have liked an 11 o'clock just so they didn't overlap.
Okay.
But I did like the early start. I did like that.
Yeah, I woke up at 9, went and got a coffee, came home, and the race started. And I was like, oh, this is nice.
It was really
I was
nice.
sitting around until 3 o'clock, when's the race going to start?
Yeah, sitting around just I wish the race was on.
Yes. You're spending half the Sunday just kind of waiting for the race to start. Yeah.
It's 11 or 12 o'clock, and I'm like, I got 3 more.
Good. No, I literally.
So true.
I'm sure y'all are the same. Is my weekend revolves around what time the race starts.
Yeah.
Like, hey, yeah, no, we can't go to that because the race is at 3. Like, I'm gonna be at the house watching the race. So fuck you. It's like I don't make plans. I cancel plans. I don't go do shit if it's during race hours. Like, I'm watching the race, and I have some friends that like. Oh yeah, hey, what's going on? I'm sorry, I was like doing stuff because like I had plans today, and I'm like, like what is? I was like, so you're just not a fan? That's the way I see it. But dude, yeah, I like that. When I saw that Saturday night, I was like 10 a.m. But I was like, I guess that's kind of the window they had with the rain.
Yeah, I mean, clearly it worked out.
Yeah, I woke up, got the kids like up and egg breakfast, and I'm like eating breakfast, and I was like, oh, I got 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we were looking forward to the Saturday.
That's gonna roll me right into my bad. Was I like as much as we just talked the cool 10 a.m. start time was like something about Daytona under the lights in the summertime is just like a special feeling right behind over Nathan's shoulder. It's just like it's Daytona under the lights, dude. It's a whole fucking vibe.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the summer, yeah. All right, Nathan, what you got for a bad?
Bad. I'm gonna go with NASCAR has no right call on the rain in turn 1.
Yeah, they're literally just like cutting their own noose, pretty much. What's that picture?
Your first time.
Yeah.
James Franco. Like,
yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, first time or whatever. It's just like, dude, they're hanging themselves either way.
There's no.
And
way.
I'm not against it. I'm with NASCAR. I think they did the right thing.
I think they did the right thing too.
Like, hey man, I'm not touching this one.
I guess that would have more fit under the ugly than the bad, but I've already said it.
I felt like we did good, bad, and ugly for when Fox was here, and it's like with NBC,
it's so much harder now. Yeah,
with NBC, we just have like a good and bad because Fox was the ugly every week.
It should be bad, good, gooder.
Yeah,
I forgot about this segment, so I'm unprepared. I'm literally trying to think of stuff on the fly.
Yeah, we might have to go away from this one because it's so difficult to like do bad and ugly.
Let's
now.
Just do good and bad. We don't have to do it. We're not haters anymore. We're happy.
Well,
happy
no, we'll finish it this one last time.
All right, one last time.
Because now I already got one in my head. The bad was the rain delay, just because we had to like sit around and wait to see if the race was gonna.
Yeah, that was my thing. Like we put on another show, went and like cooked lunch and like sat around, and I was like, yeah, when are they gonna call it? Just like I kept checking Bob Pockrass's Twitter.
Yep.
Like when's it getting called? And he was like, they're trying to go back at 4:10 or whatever time it was, and I was like, what? Like what? Are they serious? Ooh, you know what's my ugly, and this is going to be a little bougie of me. Was Austin Dillon sitting around being on TV for 3 hours about if he's going to win or not in his black fucking Alsco uniform, whatever sponsor it was. And then when they went back racing, he put on his like fluffy, too big white fucking fire suit, and it looked like dog shit. But he won the race, and then so they're taking all their victory lane pictures. Everybody's wearing the black matching suit that matches the car. He's wearing that stupid white one that was like for promos or something.
I got my ugly.
All right, interesting ugly, but I'll take it.
My ugly. Did y'all see Richard Childress's shoes in Victory Lane?
God damn, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck bought his shoes.
Or something.
By the way, ugly Austin Dillon's wife dancing around. I think you got this backwards.
No, they kept filming Whitney like she was important. It's like, dude, get her off the fucking TV.
All right, well, y'all got your own opinions on that one. My ugly is gonna be NASCAR Twitter for being a bunch of little bitch ass motherfuckers when Austin Dillon wins. Suck a dick, victory lane.
Yeah,
this is all the haters out there.
Woo. That's appropriate.
Number 3, baby.
Dude, Roll's riding our race rating, a banger of a speedway race. And I'm not here to have all my previous listings. But just going off the rip, I want to give this race a 9.0.
Wow.
Is that too much?
No, I mean it's your ratings, man.
Chase Elliott was dominating the whole race. It fits, man.
Chase had a fucking fast car, dude. I literally was like, watch Chase win this motherfucker, because it seemed like wherever he went, like the car stuck.
I think he had the best handling car. It may not have been the fastest.
Because I saw a bunch, like watching him in the pack when he pulled out to like make moves. It like he fucking passed me. Wow.
7.8. Pull one out for Truex.
Ooh.
All right, Dakota. You said you wanted to give it a 9.0.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just writing these down.
What did I give the Coke 600?
9.0.
I'll give it an 8.9 because I don't think it was. I think it was a tick under the 600.
What'd you give the 600?
I'm not in y'all's thing.
What would you give it?
I'd give it a 9.0.
Okay. Well, no, this race wasn't better than the 600, but it was definitely good for a Daytona Super Speedway.
I think you take the rain out of it. This is like a 9.5 race.
Yeah, that's like I think that's what's keeping me from giving it a 9.1 or something.
Yeah,
I'm more giving it because I thought about an 8.9, but I was giving it 9.0 just for how much fucking storylines we had, how good the racing was, and like the whole race as a whole was nuts.
Yeah, like take out the whole rain drama, like from lap 1 to it's 160 laps. So lap 1 to 135, it was an amazing Daytona race.
Yeah. I mean, hell, when we came back from the rain, I mean, obviously I'm biased, but that was an exciting finish. I mean,
it felt so old. The 17 laps felt so old.
When Tyler Reddick made it up to Austin as teammates, like I'm sure people that weren't just Austin Dillon fans were probably like, "Oh shit! Like, what's about to happen now?"
Oh yeah, Cedric was a sitting duck.
I am gonna go 9.2. And it is, part of it is because my driver won. You know, I don't fucking care. I'll admit to that. But yeah, it was. Yeah, the rain sucked, but it still didn't ruin the race for me. It was an incredible race, like from start to finish.
Single file restarts.
I was gonna say it's the final few laps of Dale Jr. win, and it's like, hold on, we gotta watch this real quick.
When it came to the last lap, I was gonna unplug my headphones and listen to the call.
That's awesome, dude.
So that race will give you goosebumps whether you're a fan or not.
Right.
Dude, man. Yeah, I think this was a great Daytona race. I look forward to Dega in a couple weeks. Like, it's gonna be spicy.
Yeah, it just sucks. Like, I know the Jeff Gluck poll is going to be way skewed because of who won and how it affected the playoffs and the rain delay. When I voted, it was at like 56% yes. And I was like, this is a fucking joke. This was easily one of the best races of the year. Top 3 for sure. I don't care who.
Yeah, I give it a top 3 of the year.
Yeah, it's got to be in the top 3, right? I mean, if not, you know, it's definitely under Coke 600. I would probably put it at number 2. You'd put it in the top 5?
I'm saying, like, there's no argument on how it's not in the top 5.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I would put it as my number 2, behind the Coke 600, and then probably like Auto Club right after that. But like either way, it has to be in like anybody's top 5.
For sure.
Yeah.
But dude, like, oh man, so good. But this takes us straight to our playoffs, man. The playoffs are here. The season is so long and so short at the same time. I don't know how we get it. Chase Elliott, we knew he's the regular season champion. Old news there. But, dude, Joey Logano, second in points. Who would have saw that coming? Like, he's been, like, quietly just fucking striking right there.
I can say I will have a lot more. I'll have a lot more to say about Joey in a little bit.
The 22 is so hot right now.
Yeah.
But either way, the playoffs are set. We got the 9, 22, the 1, the 5, the 24, the 11, the 12 sneaking in, the 8, the 4, the 20, the 18, the 14, the 99, the 2, the 48, and the last dude to get his final ticket to the dance is the 3 car.
Let's go. By the way, digging the shirt this episode, Dakota.
Oh, dude, you think I did this on accident?
Respect, baby.
Dale Earnhardt, not. Dude, yeah, I mean, just super cool. Like this, I think this is a stacked field. I mean, it sucks Truex isn't in it, but like, kind of, I'm already trying to think, like, who do I see getting out in the first round? Who I see getting out in the second round? Like, who's going to be our final four? Like, me and Nathan were talking earlier, what fucking third to last is like 15 points?
Right,
Fifth to William Byron in fifth to Austin Dillon in 16th is 11 points.
Yep.
That's a couple positions at Darlington.
Which is incredible because that means
one right front blown, you're gone. It's over.
Well, it's incredible because that means a guy like Austin Dillon doesn't necessarily have to win to advance like it usually is, right? The last guy
a solid top 10 at Darlington, and some guys have some trouble, and you're gonna have a good season.
Yeah, if he gets like a couple top 10s, but usually it's it's like usually you kind of gotta win to get in if you're the last guy in, or you just have to like get top 5s for every fucking race.
This is just so close though. It's usually like 25 points,
right?
30 points or something like this.
Honestly, even Chase Elliott, he's only 33 above. One DNF super early in a race.
Yeah, and Chase blows up. Chase gets into something on a restart or something.
Especially when it comes to like the second round at Talladega and the Roval.
Yeah. Yeah, even when they reset now, oh boy.
Brandon, we're getting there. Don't worry. We're getting there.
Even when they reset now, when their points reset, they're not going to be like, oh, he restarts the round with 61 points. Like, Chase Elliott's only going to restart. I mean, they can still build points through the rounds, but it's like, dude, these points are fucking close.
So,
and, like, second's only 18 points above the cutoff.
Yeah. So before we get into kind of like who we think, won't make it, who's going to be the final four, I just wanted to ask Nathan how he feels as a Truex fan, how the situation went down about Truex missing the playoffs, Austin making it. A lot of people are saying Austin doesn't deserve it, that we shouldn't have the winning you're in thing. Truex clearly deserves it. So as a Truex fan, what's kind of your feeling about the situation?
Truex and the 19 team threw away arguably 4 to 5 races this year. And if they had capitalized on those races, this wouldn't even be an issue. I heard a little fact that 14 out of the 16 drivers in the playoffs are in the top 16 in points anyway. The only 2 outside of the top 16 in points at the season ending was, I believe it was Briscoe and Austin Dillon.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
So, I mean, like,
you can't be mad. You can't be mad with this playoffs. Like, it's legit.
It's not like 5 random people made it in. Like, 14 of the top 16 still made it.
And one thing I wanted to bring up,
one of them did make it, is Kurt, and then you have Truex.
Right. One thing I wanted to mention though that you brought up on Twitter was some facts about Austin Dillon and his season, because a lot of people are saying Austin doesn't deserve it. He's been back the pack guy all season. He's trash.
Same average finish as Tyler Reddick.
Thank you. Okay, so I went a step further. I got some stats to present. Austin Dillon has the same average finish as Reddick, and one less win, as you mentioned on Twitter. But he has a better average finish than Kurt Busch, Eric Jones, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, and Chase Briscoe.
Wow.
Not done. He has more top 10 finishes this year than Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, William Byron, and Chase Briscoe. And he has more top 5 finishes this year than Chase Briscoe, Alex Bowman, Martin Truex Jr., and Eric Jones.
Wow. So, yeah. the numbers don't lie.
Right. I just wanted to mention this, like, for all the people out there saying Austin Dillon's trash, he doesn't deserve it. Like, is he the most consistent guy? No, obviously not. That's why he's low.
He's a big sleeper. He's a big sleeper.
But he can compete, and we're going to get into kind of our picks for the next round, who's making the cut.
Me and Nathan were talking last week, like, dude, anybody can win this race. Anything can happen. And I remember we were like, Austin Dillon 3-car. Like, he's good at Daytona. Like, he could win. And he fucking did.
What's his worst 10 races though? Well, yeah, but I mean about Austin Dillon because I could
worst races though.
Right, and I could list Denny Hamlin's worst races, and he's had way worse races than Austin Dillon. Honestly, like
y'all remember when Denny Hamlin was like 28th in points for like the first 10 races?
Exactly, that's what I mean. Like Denny Hamlin's had some really, really fucking bad races this year. So I just don't think that I don't know.
Yeah, Nathan, I want to hear your opinion on James Small on the record.
On the record,
he's doing the best he can. That's what it
says. I think people are overlooking that James Small has gotten Truex into the Final Four the last 2 seasons, not the fact that he's. So I don't think it's necessary. I think something about it isn't clicking with this next gen car for him.
Yeah.
Because he was about to win the championship last year until what's his face blew a brake rotor with like 12 to go.
Yeah.
Kyle
Larson caution.
So we're just gonna like forget all that and just be like, oh no, James Small just ain't right. That's like, well, you know,
he had big shoes to fill too.
Yeah, like I don't know. I think it's the next gen and James Small, not James Small and Truex. Of course, the next gen versus James Small is creating some tension between them.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But they seem optimistic.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's his job to figure it out. So
yeah.
I totally agree with everything you said, though.
Yeah.
But dude, I mean,
that's what I was laughing at.
Sure. Do we want to go ahead and make up some brackets? Let's talk about who we think's going out on the first round.
Yeah, let's do the first guys to get knocked out, and then who we think's going to make it to the Final Four.
All right. Yeah.
Does that work?
Yeah, I'll start it off. I wish I had a pen or something to write some of this shit down. But yeah, dude, my first 4 going out, I believe, is gonna. Oh God, look at these. Jesus Christ. Oh no.
Yeah,
I think we could see a surprise going out in the first round. Like, oh shit, didn't know he was gonna not make it.
Like Kyle fucking Busch.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying it's that year.
I can see it happening too. But I definitely want to say Briscoe's out. I'm taking Briscoe out. I just haven't seen anything from them. I'm not seeing. I mean, once in a blue moon, he has some speed. But hell, like he's won Xfinity race at Darlington. He's good at Bristol, sorta. I mean, I don't know. I can be proven wrong on all these, but I think Briscoe's out. They're just not doing nothing. I think Cindric's gone. Hey man, good rookie season. You made playoffs. It's over. I just don't see that happen. The 48 is non-existent. I don't know what year he's in, but it ain't 2022 because he has not done shit since I guess he backed into his Vegas win, they say. I don't know. I don't see him do anything. The 4th one's a toss-up, dude, because I think Austin Dillon's got momentum now. He's good at some of these racetracks, but I don't know if I see him out-dueling any of these guys.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for sure. I've been looking at it all day.
Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put Austin Dillon in my 4th, not making it. Just it was lucky to get in.
That's fair. Yep. I mean,
but he's good. He's good at Darlington. Remember, he almost won a couple years ago.
Don't worry, I'm getting there.
Okay.
What do you got, Nathan? You wanna do your 4?
Yeah. I'm definitely taking Bowman because he's either 28th or backing into a win, and more often than not, he's 28th.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna take Cindric again, about the same. Briscoe. I'm taking Byron.
Ooh. That's what I said. Big player. Byron's been kind of lacking lately, dude. Oh no! Is it the last lap?
Yeah.
Oh, they just won. Oh, awesome. Yeah, all right,
yeah, I'm gonna take Byron, Bowman, Cindric, and Briscoe.
I think people are sleeping on Suarez. He's been clicking off like 5th place finishes. Like boom, 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 boom. He's quiet. He's not making noise. He's either 15th or he's 4th. Like,
wait,
I don't know.
Nathan, did you say Byron, Bowman, Cindric, and Briscoe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was literally my 4. my like surprise one was gonna be the Byron one, but you fucking said it.
I can see it. I can see Byron is a lot of fucking heat early in the season, and it seemed to fizzle out and has not come back.
Yeah, you just don't hear
Byron
from him.
has 7 playoff points. 5 of those came from his win back in March.
The only thing I can say is he almost won Darlington in the spring. The Hendrick Chevys are fast on mile and a halves. I don't really know how he fares at Bristol, but yeah, I can totally see him missing it. I could see it happening.
Yeah, the reason I think Austin is not gonna get cut is because he has the momentum now coming off this win.
Yeah.
And the last time this happened, 2 years ago,
he almost made a Final 8 run.
Yep, he got second in Darlington, and then
that was when they had Richmond, and he
fourth.
Almost
it was top 5 in Richmond. Yeah, exactly.
He threw it away. He had the car to win.
Yep, he was on a tear, and
oh man,
look at that. That is beautiful.
Goosebumps.
I'm gonna screenshot that. With you doing this to it. Yeah. So I think. I don't know. I've been disappointed by Austin Dillon so much, but I'm just going to keep putting my fucking faith in him. If he could just make it past like the first round, I think I'd be happy, honestly.
Who's your like wild off the wall not making it out of the first round?
Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
Kyle Busch is he's the guy that I've like thought about if I could find a bet or something about a guy that doesn't make it like a surprise that doesn't make it past the first round. It's Kyle Busch. He's happy, Kyle Busch, but he's not the same Kyle Busch we're used to seeing.
All right. Not saying I believe it, but could you see Ross Chastain throwing 2 bad races together and missing it?
That was literally where I was getting at.
So, I don't have Ross Chastain making it after 12. I think
I have him making Final 8.
Y'all want to know what his last 5 finishes are?
Oh, they're terrible. Yeah, I was looking. I mean, did he finish anywhere better than like 20th?
33rd, 21st, 18th, 24th, 27th, 32nd.
Yeah. Dakota, I told you like a month ago, he's not the same Ross Chastain. He's not ever since the instance with.
I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot going up here. I think the cars are still fast.
Yeah.
But he's not clicking like he was.
See, I think Harvick. I'm thinking the other way. I'm actually thinking Harvick is a sleeper to go deep, because he is.
I was gonna make a good pitch that the 4 car is clicking on all cylinders. They're figuring the next gen out. He
and as Brandon
hit him, and we're going to Darlington, Kansas, and Bristol.
Well, and as Brandon pointed out, he's done nothing outside of the 2 races, but those were 2 very recent races. So he's like put it together now. And this is when it's important. Whereas Byron, who tore it up early, and Ross Chastain, who's torn it up early, you can't be lacking going into the playoffs. Like I want to see momentum.
I think the 4 car's a fucking heater right here.
If I'm picking guys to make it to the next round, I am looking at momentum going into these races. And I look at Ross Chastain, who hasn't done shit in a while. I look at William Byron, who hasn't done shit in a while. And that makes me more concerned than I am with guys like Austin Dillon and Kevin Harvick, who have been putting shit together.
Yeah.
So
and Tyler Reddick, which I'm going to get to, but
I would say Harvick's going to make top 8. If you go all the way back to Darlington, he got 4th. Kansas, he got a 15th, so a little off. Charlotte, a 3rd. Gateway, a 33rd, but where was he running when he got crashed?
Right, that's
3rd.
Yeah.
Sonoma, 4th. Nashville, 10th. Road America, 10th. Atlanta, 12th. Loudon, 5th. Pocono, 27th. Where was he running in Pocono when he got taken out? Indy GP.
Let's toss that.
And then first 12th, and then 20th. And where was he running Sunday when he got taken out?
Right.
I think the 4 car is hitting the stride at the perfect time.
At the perfect time. That's exactly right.
Like he started here at the beginning of the year, has done nothing but do this all year.
Well, that's probably been more like
I think almost like James Small was. It took forever for Rodney to kind of figure these cars out, and I think they're finally starting to click on some things.
Yeah,
and now we're going back. Like they said, even in like winning some of these races, as we went to tracks that were more comfortable for Kevin, Kevin's gotten more comfortable with the car. Is as we go back to these tracks he likes, they've been fast. They've been nothing but fast. And like all summer, he's been fast. They just finally clicked on a couple. I think the 4 car is hitting hard here. We have one Daytona, and they had a missile there. They were up in the mix. It's like, I honestly think Kevin's a fucking bullet in the first round for sure.
Yeah. And I think the 19 team was starting to do similar moves. It was just a little too late.
A little too late. Do we want to take this straight into our next 4 eliminated out of the round of 12?
Oh, I was just going to go straight to the final 4.
Oh.
Did you want to break down every single one?
I mean, we don't have to. That's kind of what I was going to do.
I figured y'all do that like
that's like a whole episode.
Round by round.
All right. Yeah, next round, that'll give us something to talk to about the next 4 eliminated.
But we should
those first 4.
But I do want us to address who we think the final 4 will be before the playoffs start.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down. I'm totally down.
Like these are our final 4 picks before the playoffs. All right, Dakota, what you got?
Y'all may not like it, but I'm going with it. I am going the 9 of Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
The 11 of Denny Hamlin. The 8 of Tyler Reddick. And the 4 of Kevin Harvick.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay.
I think you'd be dumb not to pick the 9 just based on the numbers.
He's dragging it across the green, dude. That thing is a fucking thigh slap.
I don't want it to happen, but it's gonna happen more than likely.
It would be. I would be very surprised if he doesn't make it to the final, the round of 4. Yeah.
I mean, it can be done.
Oh, it can be, but I would be surprised.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna take Joey Logano.
Yeah, I was on the fence with Logano and Reddick and Harvick. It was a tough one.
I think Joey has been. I think Joey easily makes a round of 8, and then how he does in the round of 8 will determine this. But Joey has been quietly clicking off these like 4th to 7th place finishes, and no one's noticing it.
Yeah, Joey is being super consistent.
Yeah. So that's first 2. I'm gonna take Denny. Denny is also ramping it up right now.
I mean, prior to Daytona, I'm just off the top of my head. I think Joey had of the last 4 races prior to Daytona, because obviously that doesn't really that was all fucked up for him. But he had 1 race outside the top 5. And I think it was like P6. So he's just been quietly
like Indy road course.
He's been quietly the most consistent motherfucker.
Yeah. So going backwards from Daytona, he got 12th at Daytona. He's still almost got a top 10. So back from Daytona, he got a 12th, 3rd, 6th, 4th, 6th, 20th, 24th.
Wait, 9th. This last Daytona? Damn, I didn't realize he. Because
I would be more shocked when Kevin didn't make it, even though I was realistic when Kevin didn't make it because he didn't deserve to make it after wrecking and finishing last and finishing second and shit.
Plus,
but Chase not making it. Chase hasn't really been on that tear. He's just kind of being really good.
Y'all remember who won Darlington in the spring?
Oh, I was just gonna bring that up. I was waiting for you to finish, Nathan. I was gonna bring this up. And I wanted to bring it up when we're talking about race picks also.
So Chase, Joey, I'm taking Denny. That 4th one, that's the hard one because
it's a toss-up.
All the rest of these guys are within single-digit points of each other, so it's literally going to come down to race by race.
Yeah.
You know what? I want him to go out on top. I'm going to take Kevin Harvick as number 4. 4 for 4.
You don't sleep on the old dog.
Just real quick, while I had this on the screen, I wanted, what did y'all think about this? Next question. If Blaney makes it to the final round and wins the final race.
It's not a Mickey Mouse championship.
You still he has to try harder than ever to get out of each round with how close.
If you make the final 4 and you win the race, you're the champion. That's the rules, and that's how everybody is playing.
No one has ever won this championship and didn't deserve it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah. So if you win this, I mean, then there's no such thing as a Mickey Mouse championship.
One thing like Denny Hamlin said, is Jeff Gluck 12 questions? He was saying, if you just make it, he said he thinks there should be a category for final 4 appearances. Like, it doesn't get noted enough that just how hard it is to make the final 4.
How many has Truex had?
Yeah.
So in the last 5, he's made it every year but one since 2015. And his average championship finish was in the last 4 years is 2.3.
I'm trying to think. I mean,
2017 he won.
Does Kyle Busch, how many does Kyle have?
I don't know. I'm just saying, why isn't there a category for this guy has 4 final 4 appearances? That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Doesn't get talked about. This gets talked about the champion.
Yeah, because Kevin Harvick has a lot. Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin.
Remember, 4 years in a row, it was Kevin, Truex, and Kyle Busch, and then there was the odd guy.
Yeah.
For 3 years in a row.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, and it got boring as shit after a while.
Yeah, watching Kevin lose it.
I'm sure y'all loved it, but for any other fan, you're like, okay, I get it. You're the best fucking drivers. Let's do something else.
I find it easier watching your guy not make the final 4 than watching him make the final 4 and not win it.
That I can't say I know what it's like to watch your guy make the final 4, but I could see that.
It's awesome, but it's also very discouraging when they're 10th and the other guys are top 3 and you're just
last year it's 12, 15 to go. Truex has got a 2-second lead on Larson, and I'm just
yeah.
And then caution comes out, and I'm just wanting to punch a hole in the TV.
So, Rattlesnake, what's your final 4?
Nathan, can you repeat yours one more time?
I picked Chase Elliott, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, and Kevin Harvick.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure we didn't repeat all the same shit again. So obviously Chase Elliott, you'd be crazy not to pick him, or you have a fortune ball that can tell the future. And then I would probably go Joey Logano for all the things that we've just discussed. I mean, he's been quietly the most consistent motherfucker out here.
I can see him winning the motherfucker.
Well, so I actually wanted us to also pick a champion out of the 4.
We're going to.
Okay, cool. Kyle Larson, just because it's Kyle Larson, and I think he's got the dog in him, and he won't let himself not make it that far.
I see it, but I also he ain't had that pizzazz.
No, he hasn't. But it's just I just have faith that he's got that fight in him. Watching him move his own teammate to get the win, I was like, okay, there we go. That's Kyle Larson. That's the guy that's going to make it to the round of 4. And then to wrap it up, I'm actually with Dakota on this one. I'm going to go Tyler Reddick.
Do you know why I picked Tyler Reddick?
Okay, well, why'd you pick Tyler Reddick?
Because in the round of 8, the second race is Homestead.
Okay.
And if you win Homestead, you go to the final 4.
Okay, so that was one of my points as well. But if you look
Kyle Larson could very well win it. Neither one of them have fucking won it, but everybody claims they're the fucking best.
That's a really good point, dude.
But it's just thinking with the cars, the momentum, the speed. If Tyler Reddick makes the final 8, which I think he could if he just keeps it together, and then we go to Texas, Homestead, Martinsville, I think Reddick could cash a ticket.
Yeah, exactly. And he's extremely talented. Obviously, we all know that. It kind of reminds me of Blaney last year, where he was this sleeper pick that could make it really far. But when you look at average finishes, where they start to where they finish, top 10s, top 5s, when you look at all that stuff, you start to kind of realize, wow, Reddick is up there with the best of them this year. He really has been performing incredibly. If he turns it on in the playoffs, I could see him just completely going off and being this underdog, which I think would be sick. I think it'd be great for NASCAR. I think fans would love to see a new young guy like in the Final Four.
Future.
Yeah, it's just that's probably that pick is probably a bit more wishful thinking, but I do think it's possible.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm doing with Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, but Kevin Harvick, I mean, did just click off 2 wins. Like, I mean, he's figuring something out. So,
yeah. All right, we got our Final Fours picked, and we can get straight into our champions of the year. People aren't gonna like it, and maybe they won't. But I think we finally bridesmaid no more, and Denny Hamlin is your 2022 champion. I think he's got the fucking swagger. He's the Mac Daddy. It's been long enough. It's time to crown it and get it done. I think Denny can finally get it done.
I personally don't think he even makes it to the Final Four, but
yeah, I was gonna go with Denny. More so,
Are we all just not picking Chase, just like in spite of Chase, right?
That was like 25% of my reason.
Okay, cool. As long as we're all on the same page here. Okay. Like Chase probably has the best.
I will not ever pick Chase Elliott.
Yeah, exactly. He probably has the best odds, but fuck him.
I think Denny Hamlin is a first ballot Hall of Famer as he is. Sure. Like if he quit today, he's first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, even without a championship, he would be. I think.
3-time Daytona 500 champion, fucking team owner, all the wins, the
500 wins.
Yeah.
I think he really wants to check that box, and he ain't gonna be happy until he does. He can
want to see him do it.
He can say that he's content with it, but I had a chance to click that box back in the BMX days, and I never did, and it still haunts me. So,
I think Denny can do it.
Yeah, I don't think he can. I think he's not as good as he was when he should have won it. I think he's more preoccupied as a team owner now. I just don't see him making even the Final Four. But I could 100% be wrong here. My pick to win it. You what?
So they're going to Martinsville.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that being said, he could just go off and like win the whole fucking thing. What do I know? That being said,
in Martinsville, he ran a lap down the entire race. So.
Yeah, but it's his track, right? Yeah, so we agreed we're not picking Chase just out of spite. So I'm going to pick Joey Logano. I think this is his year. I think he's been quietly going off. I think people aren't focusing enough on Joey and how good he's actually been doing this.
I'm okay with it. I think Joey's would make a good champion.
Yeah. I think this is his year. I've thought that for the past couple weeks, and just it's kind of all. I was looking at all the stats today, and I was like, okay, now this solidifies my opinion.
Yeah,
and I don't know, it might be. Yeah, and he's had a couple of extra. It's 2004 Daytona 500.
Damn, good call.
He's had a couple of Final Four appearances and just haven't been able to
exactly.
He's
had a handful, yeah.
There's 3 or 4 of them.
But you know what? I think each time he's been there, I've picked him to win, and he hasn't. So maybe this is like I'm just bad luck for him.
Yeah,
I think Denny last year.
I don't even like Joey Logano. I just always seem to pick him come Final Four. He's just.
I like Joey, man.
He has the right mentality.
Joey has what it takes.
Exactly. He has the right mentality and the right driving style to win a championship because he doesn't give a fuck, dude. He will put you in the wall if he needs to.
And that's what I love about Joey.
That's the same reason why Kyle Larson is a champion.
Yeah.
Like
Joey doesn't give a fuck.
Right.
Yeah. He's gonna sleep sound at night whether you agreed with it or not.
Yep. That's the mentality of a champion. So
hell yeah. But dude, playoffs are here. First round is set. We're going to Darlington, the Lady in Black. Too tough to tame this weekend. I cannot fucking wait because it's been too long since we've been to a fucking race. And the boys are back in town. Chairgatin does Darlington.
George W. Busch at the race. Oh, yeah, look, he's on TV right now. All right, that was a dead giveaway then. Finally we get to go back to a fucking race. Although we decided to schedule back-to-back-to-back races. So now we're gonna be broke.
We're going to like 3 of the next 6 races.
Oh my god!
Oh shit, Brandon! You could have just gave me the money in person. Oh boy!
Was that the one you had to bet about 16 winners?
Yeah, Brandon bet me that there wouldn't be 16 winners, and I bet him that there would be. And Austin Dillon got me my $10.
Let's go, rocking that 3, baby.
Unfortunately, got a new job. Gonna be working weekends. If I had started weekends 1 weekend later, I'd been scalping a ticket and I'd be out there with y'all.
Brandon, we were just kidding.
Brandon logging off now. Fuck. I forgot I owe him money. I'm logging off. So we're gonna do a I didn't kind of want to read one. That was a good one. We're gonna do we're discussing either a live episode at my house to recap the race or one before the race. I've just decided, because it's late, that we're going to do one before the race. So we're going to do an episode later this week, probably like Friday or Saturday. So be on the lookout for that, where we'll actually preview the race and talk about everything. So for this one, to wrap it up, we'll do picks, right? Yeah. Should we do picks or should we wait till the next one?
We should wait to the next one.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
We're already over an hour, and we were going to talk about the next one. What?
And one more segment. We forgot. We have to do the top 5 Raceday beers. We can run through them quickly, though.
Just last minute, throw some beer action in there.
Yeah, let's throw some beer out there. Nathan, you're more than welcome to join in.
This was my personal list. This wasn't like what people used to drink. I don't know
your top 5 Raceday beers. Yeah, that's all it is.
All right. Well, we're going to bring it up, and you'll see it later in the week or tomorrow maybe. But we're going to give you our personal 5 Raceday beers to choose from. And none other than I'm just doing my personal list because I live in Georgia. My number one, one of my favorite beers was Monday Night Slap Fight IPA. It's one of my favorite beers. Number 2, a good follow-up after you drink too many of those and you're hot and it's Talladega and you ran out of hardcore beers. Busch, hard, heavy Busch. Get that out of your cooler. Really, keep the buzz going, but you're not going to like, oh, fuck, I don't need to drink another beer. Busch just keeps it going. 3rd, oh, man, it's Saturday morning and, like, you're still hungover from Friday night on the boulevard, but you got to re-rack for the Saturday mayhem at Dega. You're going to get a nice Creature Comfort Tropicalia. That's always a go-to. Good on the golf course as well.
It's good. That's a good, fruity or...
Number 4. Oh, this is just an OG of mine. Golf course, poker, race day is like, hey, they didn't have it at the gas station, but this will do. Sweetwater 420, another Georgia beer, great beer. Number 5, go hard, go heavy. If you ran out of beer and some guy throws this to you in an Uber headed to the track at Bristol Motor Speedway, you take the tall boy Budweiser Bud Heavy.
That's a perfect way to describe Bud Heavy. If they're out of beer and it's in the cooler, you're not going to say no.
Yeah. Budweiser.
All right. Well, that is Dakota's top 5: Monday Night Slap Fight, Busch, Creature Comfort, Tropicalia, Sweetwater 420, and Budweiser. I'm like the opposite of Dakota. Not saying I don't like IPAs. Like literally, I just drank an IPA right here. But race days, I'm not feeling IPAs at all. It's usually hot. We live in the South. It's hot as shit. I go light beers race days. You can drink more of them, stay hydrated. So number 1, obviously Coors Light. It's the best beer for a race day. Number 2, gotta rep my Texas pride. Daniel Suarez, Modelo.
I can do Modelo.
I'm a Modelo guy. I always have been, always will be. Love Modelos. Number 3, Lone Star. That's a Texas beer right there. If you know about it, then you know about it. Number 4, Miller Lite. Miller Lite is pretty much just like Coors Light, but if I don't have Coors Light and somebody tosses me a Miller, I'm happy. And number 5, Busch, just because they sponsor NASCAR, and I love how much they do in the sport of NASCAR. So they'll always be on my top 5 list for that reason.
I was literally thinking of like the list, and I was thinking of times I drank all these at races.
That's kind of what I was doing too. I was like, what do I buy when I go to a race? And I just kind of ranked it that way.
Yeah, how do I pack my cooler?
That's literally, that's what my cooler is going to look like. It's almost always Coors Light and then Modelo. And then occasionally, I don't live in Texas anymore, but a Lone Star kind of just falls in there. What do we got? Busch Apple. I was surprised you didn't say Busch Apple. Bud Heavy, Miller Lite, Voodoo Ranger, and Coors Light. Okay.
I fucking hate Voodoo Ranger, dude. Ugh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're fucking.
I can fuck with Voodoo Ranger. We could hang out at a race for sure. I don't mind those. Busch Light Apple, Busch Light, Modelo, Michelob Ultra, and Corona. Okay. Fell off a little bit in my opinion, but that's fine.
If I'm drinking a Michelob, somebody needs to get the keys to the car, and we need to go home. That's when Dakota's reached his fucking limit.
Brandon Key with the PBR like a hipster. That's cool.
Hey man, each their own. Some people like apples, some people like oranges. You know what?
I'm going in Monster, Gatorade, water, rum and Coke, and then whatever.
I'll say, where's Malibu falling?
Rum and Coke, and then whatever y'all offer me to shotgun.
Yeah, that's really accurate.
But number 5's whatever shotgun beer we're doing.
Yeah.
And Busch is their shotgun beer. So
if I had to actually pick 5 beers, Coors,
nice.
Miller,
nice.
Busch Light,
nice.
Corona,
okay.
And I don't mind Yingling actually.
Dude,
yeah.
Remember the Bristol Yinglings?
Yeah.
Yingling's not bad.
Yingling is a sleeper. It could slip in.
Yeah, they're not bad. I
like a Yingling.
Hey Nicholas, don't hate on the Malibu, man. I get a white girl wasted on some Malibu.
Yeah, Nathan will be making terrible decisions.
Pineapple juice and rum. That's all I need.
All right.
Watch out for this guy on the boulevard.
Well, we will be drinking a lot of those beers this weekend at Darlington. If you're going to be there, let us know. Hit us up. We'll be hanging out outside the track. We'll be watching in the grandstands and then kind of back and forth between the pits and the grandstands. So we'll be all over the place. If you're there, hit us up.
Hey, yeah. Can't wait to see everybody Sunday. Darlington, baby. Check us out in our episode later in the week. We're going to break down Darlington. But, man, been a good episode. Playoffs are here. Let's fucking run it.
2 episodes in 1 week. We haven't done it in a while, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Let's see if we can actually do it.
No.
All right. Peace.
All right. Peace.